I want to be more loving to myself so I can be more loving to others. I want to write a lot more poetry again. There's so much in my heart and my soul and my brain I want to share with this world. I truly am so beautiful in so many ways because I feel so deeply. I forget how poetic my life is inherently. My soul runs deep, billions and billions of years deep, and we may never truly know how far the past was. All we know is that things have changed and people had to adapt to survive. I deeply crave the truth and to know her story, his story, and their story. And I have so much to share. I truly am a sweet soul wandering on this earth in search for what else there is to experience in love, in community, in education, in knowledge. What more has my spirit yet to show me? And I think the answer to my problem is through reintroducing, reinforcing, and remembering to keep incorporating love into everything that I do, like how I used to. I can't blame myself for the world continuously rejecting, undermining, as a result, inhibiting my ability, capacity, and recollection of the love I truly had for the world before I left my small town. I saw what the world presented itself as through the media, the version they all wanted us to see. And unfortunately, or perhaps fortunately, it's nothing quite like that at all. And I tend to be an opportunist at times, and perhaps that's because I see neutrality in most things. When I'm able to eventually put my emotions aside and see things objectively, without ego running the show, you'll be able to fill in the gaps for what was once too obscure to see. And know there's beauty in all things around me. I am not the correction police, and there's no such thing as something completely good or bad. The world simply does not exist in these extremes as we label our own world, acquaintances, friends, lovers, exes, events, situations, or feelings we have as spiritual beings experiencing a human condition of life. A lot of what we label illness, pain, disorders, or flaws are simply our spirit's way of exclaiming, I want to be heard. I am still here. Have I been forgotten? Am I not worthy of being redeemed? Am I not worthy of being seen? But you are, more than you may believe, my sweet love, my angel, my starseed, my warrior. It is for the very reason your heart beats the way it does, for the divine plan, the way breath entered your body. Your eyes and ears hear me and read these words, that your smile is so sweet and warm that it reminds someone of the humanity that still exists in this world, that you simply exist imperfectly. It is more than reason enough to be worthy of the magic in this universe, this journey called life brings. And I know you're feeling tired, sore, burnt out at times. But no, I'll never leave your side. And when you're ready, no matter how long it takes, because truly no one else's progress matters in the making of your empire. This is my story, and it's for that reason solely that my life matters. My life is important to the infrastructure, to the revolution, to the transformation of this world. It is not about building a story, a life, a career, that produces instant riches and secures your social status now. It simply isn't true if not built on the proper foundation, the proper integrity, the why. What is your why? And where do your intentions lie? So simply, my love, in the making of your legacy, it is hard to see the in-between, to feel safe, happy, loved, and seen in the building stages of your dreams, to never experience doubt, insecurity, lack, comparison, shame, guilt, or longing even for a past you once fought tooth and nail to escape from. And for my migrators, lovers for adventure, purpose, knowledge, unknown, the truth, I commend you for making the small necessary changes when you truly felt ready to, not when you felt socially, subconsciously, emotionally forced or shamed into changing. Because believe it or not, God is not one of fear, shame, force, guilt, or coercion. We've been taught of a version of faith, purpose, and divine direction based off of the residual implications of slavery, from those who never wished to recognize the originators, natives, indigenous, black people, ways that kept our ancestors kings, queens, royalty of empires and worlds far before we've ever been colloquially taught in education, by perhaps our own family and environment, that all inherently shaped who we thought we ought to be, just because the world told us we were that. You must take control of what is your story. You are the only one who will truly ever know what your truth is. And unfortunately, something I've had to come to the realization of and process of grieving is never being fully known, fully seen, and fully understood, by many at least. Perhaps a very special few will get the blessing to know me in my entirety. However, I must be okay today if no one ever truly saw me, because I see me. I validate my own existence. I recognize my power and ability to transform through ever abundant love and peace. Solitude and serenity is what most of us wounded soldiers crave. You may be wondering, well, how can I do that if I carry and hold so much pain and feelings of responsibility for the trajectory of this world? And I'll say first, who told you you had to hold that much weight on your shoulders for an entire world? This is not a one-spirit job, my love. Then my next question would be, how can you hold space and make a home for your pain and worries to seek sanctuary until the divine solutions come your way? Ashe.